Hey guys, welcome back to my video. My name is Shani. Today we're learning about chemical bonds. There's four popular ones: ionic, covalent, van der Waals, and hydrogen. First, we're going to talk about ionic. Ionic bond. It forms when the atoms are held together by attraction between opposite charges. As you guys can see, Na and Cl make salt, right? Sodium ion. Whenever you move the sorry, whenever you move the atom to a different spot, it goes to a positive charge. So like as you guys can see in the example, so the element goes to one of the atom goes to the chlorine, right? Which is a positive thing, right? It's a positive charge. But whenever the chlorine gets it or gains it, it's a negative charge for the chlorine. That's how basically ion bond works. The opposite charges. It's all about charges when it comes to ion bond. Covalent bond forms when atom shares electrons in order to satisfy the octet rule. Sorry. So this is an example. So whenever hydrogen, so this is a random element, right? If hydrogen bonds into it, it's called a covalent bonding because hydrogen is one of the most important elements. So it basically works for everything. If you use hydrogen, not works for every element, but it just converts together to become a covalent bonding if you add a hydrogen to any element. Van der Waals forces. Van der Waals forces is relatively weak electric forces. So and this is the weakest forces out of all of them. It's very weak, right? It's the weakest for electric forces that attracts neutral molecules to one another in gases, in liquefied, solidified gas, and almost all organic liquids and solid. The force the forces are named for Dutch physicist Jonas Diderik and van der Waals. So you actually see it's named after his name. This force or this bond is named after his name. So who in 1873 first introduced this theory, of course, or real gas, which is still the weakest out of all of them, but he still introduced it in 1873. So there's three types of this type of force: this weak, medium, and strong. Hydrogen being the strongest, dispersion being the weak, and dipole being the medium. So as you said, it is the weakest forces, which is the dispersion. All right. So first, we're gonna move to hydrogen bonds. So hydrogen bonding. The hydrogen atom located between a pair of other atoms having a high effect for electrons, such as bond. So such a it's such a weak bond that's weaker than ionic bond, covalent, but stronger than van der Waals force. Because as we said earlier, van der Waals was the weakest out of all of them, right? So hydrogen bonds can exist between atoms and different molecules or in parts of the same molecule, right? So as you guys can see, right? So fluorine, nitrogen, oxygen atom, they all combine together to become a hydrogen atom. So yeah, it all as you used this word earlier, co- um, covalently bonded together to make a hydrogen atom. So yeah, that's how you make it. Fluorine, nitrogen, and oxygen atom makes a hydrogen atom. So we're gonna use examples of water and oil. They're both different charges, right? One is positive. I mean, they're both of negative charges, right? So they're not gonna come. It's kind of like you kind of have to think of it as magnet. If we have a positive magnet and a negative magnet, it's gonna stick together. But you have both positive, it's gonna start. It's gonna try to far apart. So it's kind of have to think of like it like with oil and water. So yeah, oil and water is just gonna split because they're the atom or the charges is not attracted to one another, so they're not gonna stare together. They're just gonna be falling apart. Even though if you stare it, it's still gonna be coming up like regularly. The only way you can stare all oil and water is by using air, but that's like a way more complicated section. But yeah, it's by using no air. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. It's way more complicated, but you just gotta think of hydrogen because hydrogen bond has two. So hydrogen has oxygen and two hydrogen, right? So if you both of the hydrogen are positive, while the bottom of the oxygen is negative. So if it the way it connects is if it's very close to one another. If it's not close to one another, if like the top is, let's say the hydrogen is not let's say the hydrogen is positive and the bottom is negative, it can connect together, and that's how hydrogen bonding works. If they all connect, if they're all close together, they all connect with negative and positive. That's how we were talking about with oil and water. So yeah, that's basically it for chemical bonding. Thank you guys for watching my video. My name is Samad Owashini. Make you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.